Hey friend, and welcome back to RGD Gaming, the least toxic and most fun community in all of gaming. In today's video, I'm going to teach you a lesson on how to hit your peak rank and what you need to do in games where you are playing with somebody who is probably a little bit better or multiple people on the other team that are going to be a little bit better than you. You'll see here on the loading screen that a couple of the players on my team are rank 900 and they're Grandmasters already, and it's about midway through. I don't know if it's quite midway, but it's pretty early actually in the season. So this means that these two people are the top in the top 1000. You can see the 900s under their name, and what that means is two people on the other team are very likely also in the top 1000. And so this game is probably the top of where I'll ever get to be ranked in this particular season. I am a peak Grandmaster, and these guys are probably going to hit Challenger this season, very likely. Hopefully I will as well. But right now, I have a sense, or at least I know, that these guys are going to be very good. If you watch this video to the end, you're going to see how I play a little bit different than I normally would when I'm playing against people that are most likely going to be better than I am, or at least at the top of, my rank, or, if I ever get to be quite that high. So normally what I would do is I actually tend to go to that bottom bush, but I saw Lulu going up there, and really what I'm trying to do, especially as Jinx, is stay with my team. I want to farm up, I don't want to get behind, and I don't want to make any terrible missteps either. So I've actually picked Jinx because the support picked Lulu. I wanted to pick Misfortune, I actually had her highlighted, but when I saw that my support was Lulu, I picked Jinx because I'm an okay Jinx player. I wouldn't say I'm great or terrible, but I can play Jinx pretty well, and especially if I have Lulu, I know that they're going to hang back and I can sort of play my style. It's the same thing if I see somebody pick a Yuumi. I might also pick Jinx as well, because I know I can play the style that I want, which is hang back, don't do anything too crazy, wait for my opportunities, and sort of just make sure that I farm up. You'll actually see in this particular game that I really don't do anything too out of character up until towards the end of the game, which is the time that Jinx really needs to be doing that stuff anyway and getting kills. So right now I'm just sort of sitting back. I'm letting Varus and Seraphine sort of push me in, but that's not a big deal and I'm not too worried about it. We got first blood, that was Jace, so it's always good. Oh, Teemo went down. Teemo got Malphite. Okay, so 2 and 1, pretty good start. And as you can see, what I'm doing is just trying to freeze the wave. It can be a little bit difficult, especially when they have Seraphine, who can also poke things down as well. And then just do my best to farm up. Miss a couple minions in this situation. Don't get too down on yourself. It happens to everybody, so not that big of a deal. Now I see Yuumi going forward, trying to clear some of their vision, but I kind of want to stay back because we really don't want to trade with them just yet. And so we need to back off, which is what Lulu does. Good job, Lulu. Lulu took the Relic Shield here, which I thought was a pretty interesting pick. Normally, they're going to take the Sickle and poke the enemy, but seemed fine. Not going to get too down on it. I think some people might be annoyed by it because it's not the most common thing, but I don't play with a ton of Lulu, so comment down below. Let me know, does Lulu often take Relic Shield? It might be something that I just don't see a lot of. Looks like Jace was going for and got another kill. So you can see what's happening here, and one of the lessons that you'll want to learn. Jace is obviously a great Jace player. You saw he was top 900, and so what we're gonna do, I don't want to say we're gonna let him carry this game, but part of us is gonna do that. I mean, we're not gonna do anything and force plays that we don't have to, especially as Jinx. You never need to force anything. Really just need to sit back, keep farming as well as the other team. And so here you can see we're kind of in a fight that we don't want to be in. I'm out of mana. Lulu unfortunately has to use ult, and Jhin tries to go in and get a kill, but isn't able to. Not a big deal. I mean, Seraphine used her ult too, so it's okay. I mean, it wasn't that great of a trade. We need to just back off and reset, get a shop in, and then kind of go from there. Now, we're looking to take a look at the map. We actually have our ult, so what we'll be doing, we are always going to be looking at the map, looking to shoot a rocket. So I was looking at Malphite, checking his health, trying to see if I can fire a rocket in his direction and get a kill that way. As Jinx, Ezreal, you need to always be doing that to get extra kills that you wouldn't normally get, and especially in this situation where I know the enemy team probably has some guys that are better than me, and they outrank me. I want to be able to get almost free kills, if you will, with little tricks like that, especially as Jinx. You know, getting a kill and getting a few hundred gold can be really huge, and the difference between going to shop and getting an item and not. So now we're going to get some damage on the turret. Seraphine is nowhere to be found, but you can see she hit the vision. She's coming back, so now we're going to back off again and just keep farming up. So that was good. We got a little damage on the turret, and now we got dragon spawning in 18 seconds. And Lulu is pinging retreat. I overstepped there. Fortunately, they came in, saved me a little bit, and so now I need to reset, get my first full item, and then group with my team. I don't know if we're gonna, it looks like Jin wants to go for Rift Herald, which is fine. Trading one for the other at this point in the game is okay. You can see that Lee is on Dragon. Nope, rotating down. And Teemo has already taken the Rift Herald, so.
Bottom turret is under attack.
Jace gets another kill. And so now what I'm not gonna do is go to Dragon and just suicide myself. I see people do this so often where they want to contest the dragon, so what they're going to do is go there, most likely die. Best case scenario, you miss the wave and the bottom side of the map and live, and you just, it doesn't make any sense. If your jungler has decided Rift Herald is the first play, just let them do what they're going to do. And that's one of the lessons from this match, that if you learn that, they'll make a huge difference in your game and being able to play with players that are a little bit better than you. And so here we've got, let's see if we can get out of this. Zin rotates and I die, but we're able to get the kill as well. So that's okay. Honestly, their jungle for me, you know, he did get 2 kills, but in the case where I'm going to go down and he sort of sacrifices himself, that's not the worst trade, you know. Good on him for getting the double kill. Now we got Jace on the bottom side of the map, and so what should I be doing? I should probably be looking to mid, and I am. And I actually thought the play here, because Jin was covering mid, that I should go into top and cover that. That way Malphite just doesn't get a free turret. But you can see Teemo decides that he's going to come as well, and what he should really be doing is rotating either to bot or mid, so that way we can sort of have a full team rotation. So here's what I'm doing. I'm able to hold off Malphite, who probably would have got that turret, or at least pretty close to it. And now we're sort of in a weird spot. We have nobody in bot. Yes, we've got some pressure here in top, but we don't really have a wave. You know, their jungle is here, and you can see, always be thinking about the rotations that you should be making, and notice if your team rotates. So in my case, Jace was in the bottom side of the map, so I should go to mid or top, and that way we have somebody defending each of the turrets. Right now Seraphine could be putting tons of damage on that, and if Varus reset and quickly came back to bot, he could also be taking that down. But fortunately the other team didn't really pick up on that. You know, when I show myself on the top side of the map, they should be rushing to that turret, our bottom side turret, and putting damage on it. Like right now I saw Varus was in mid, so he's not going to be here. Nope, he does show up. But we're able to get the turret, and let's see if we're able to get Varus. He has to flash, and I'm putting damage on him. And I'm able to rocket and get the kill. And so that's exactly what I'm talking about with Jinx. Wait, patience. Varus oversteps, comes into his turret, thought he was safe, and the reason I killed the turret first because I knew I would get the speed, so that way I could catch up to him, get in there, and so rather than them losing 1 turret, I got 2 turrets, and I was able to kill Varus. So terrible move on his part. I've done that a million times. I can't say how many times I've actually made the same mistake he did. Thought I could maybe get in there, clear the wave, and not die, but unfortunately for me, he did make that mistake, and so there we go. I was patient, waiting for the right opportunity, so I was alone, took down the turret, killed him, and then, you know, was able to get that second turret. When you're Jinx, that's what you need to be thinking about, is when you can make the right move and step up, so that way you don't die. Now we're rotating the mid. We got a fight breaking out. Jace is jumping in. I'm looking to come in. And so now, let's see, put my choppers out to slow them down. And able to get, I don't know if I got the kill there. Nah, Lulu did. But that's okay. We got the kill. Nope, Bars. Hits me with Resolve. I'm able to put some good damage on him, but now I gotta get out of there. Lulu did a great job with pings, letting me know when to get out of there. If I would have just listened, I probably wouldn't have died there. So, sorry, Lulu. I probably got us both killed there because of my misstep, but I got a little bit excited, which happens when you're Jinx, and then, you know, unfortunately ended up dying, but not a big deal. So now we got Rift Herald up. They're grouping. We're sort of heading over there as well. And I see there's a big wave in bot, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do, and I say, ugh. You can see my hesitation there, the right, left, right. And now I'm pinging that I'm on my way to help them for this fight. Or at least to take Rift Herald, depending on whether the fight's going to break out. And so I got a kill there, and I'm able to put some good damage. I actually got Rift Herald. Jhin gets a double kill, triple kill. And so here's a mistake I see a lot of ADCs make as well. They get so hung up on that huge wave that was in bot, thinking, oh, there's, you know, probably 400 or 500 gold down there. But there's clearly a team fight breaking out on the opposite side of the map. You need to know when to rotate. And in that situation, you can see how well it worked out. We were able to get 4 kills on them. I'm able to get another turret. And now I'm going to go down there and I'm going to catch a pretty good size wave on the bottom side of the map as well. So, ADCs. I cannot stress enough, rotate with your team. It's almost always a better decision to be with your team in a fight than by yourself farming up your wave on the opposite side of the map. That is one thing that I did a video, I'll put a link in the description below, about playing jungle as, like when you get auto-filled into it, learn how to jungle. Everybody should, at least just to have sympathy for your jungler and how many decisions they're making in a given match. It is probably 3 times the amount that you do as any other position in trying to decide where you want to go, who you want to gank, you know, what fights do you want to take. Do you want to take Rift Herald? Do you want to take Dragon? So here we've got a little bit of a fight breaking out, but I can see I need to get out of there. Teemo's not there, Jin's not there, and they had 3 or 4. And so another good thing, just don't take fights that are unnecessary. And you can see me firing a rocket to see if I can hit Yone. Ah, so close. And then I walk into the dragon pit like I'm a noob. but I'm not too worried about that. So now we got this fight breaking out, and I'm trying to catch up. Jhin gets a double kill. Lulu is able to ult him, so that's good. And Yi is all by himself there, taking the turret. And so what I'm thinking now is, if I can quickly drop Rift Herald, I did not want Yone to be there, but if I can quickly drop Rift Herald, get a little damage on the turret, I can take down the inhibitor. But I see there's 2 of them there, and so what am I doing? I'm playing safe, and now I'm just trying to get out of there. So flash, choppers, trying to get him to step on the choppers, but I managed to live, and Jhin came and saved me. And again, had my rocket. If he was going to get low, I was going to shoot him. Now we're putting some pressure, and a fight's breaking out there, so I'm trying to rotate and get into the fight. I don't think they really want this fight to happen, though. My team or theirs. And now I really want to get out of there, because I am low on health. And so I'm just going to back off, maybe reset, shoot this, get some vision, and maybe I'll clear this wave. Yeah, Lulu's there. We can do this pretty quickly, and then back off. And Jhin, good job pinging me. Danger, get out of there. I was aware, although sometimes you're aware of bad situations and you die anyway. And you can see how nervous I was that I thought I'd back off, but then I realized that I just needed a little bit more, and then I can get my next item. So, taking a camp as Jinx, always an okay thing to do. It's almost never a bad decision. And now I'm gonna reset. See, Baron's up. And I see my entire team is on the top side of the map, so I'm gonna sort of trend in that direction. There's a wave in mid that I can take, and we're able to get a kill on Master Yi. So that's fortunate. And then they're pinging to do Baron. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take 2 seconds, clear those two, and then head over to where my team is and see if we're going to maybe take this fight. Nope, we're not going to fight. We're just going to take Baron. And another thing to pay attention to, I'm probably not the best at this. There's probably better Jinx players that do a little bit better, but rotating between minigun and rockets, just depending on what's happening, you'll see, I mean, even in that, I switched from minigun to rockets. And minigun's for a singular target, rocket is when you're in the team fight. That's sort of an in general thing. But just keep an eye on that and notice that I am switching back and forth. Rockets also give you a little bit of range, but that splash damage can really be the difference in a team fight because, you know, obviously splash damage versus just, you know, singular target is a lot better. You'll also notice I bought Runin's Hurricane as my second item. Personally, I'm not always the best at focusing one enemy, and so I like it on Jinx, especially with the rockets. That way you can hit multiple targets. And my goal is more to just put the maximum amount of damage out rather than focus down one target. Different people have different styles of play. I'm a Misfortune main, and one of her perk is literally not to focus on one target, but to keep switching. You do the most amount of damage when you rotate between targets. And so I sort of have a bad habit with that, in that I don't always focus on the target that maybe I should, because really in this case it's just the point is do the most amount of damage. We were able to get Baron there. I sort of got caught on a sidetrack, sorry about that, but we were able to get Baron, push our waves in, go take Dragon, and so now we've got 2 dragons, and we'll just help Jace clear this wave. And maybe reset, maybe push in another wave, see what we have going on. I mean, we want to be careful here. Okay, actually we got vision on their entire team, so that was perfect. So now we kind of know Jace is pinging retreat. I really just want to put a little bit of pressure on and then get out of there. That can be super risky as Jinx, because Jinx can be kind of slow. But fortunately, I was able to put the pressure on and back off, and now I'll just reset. Get stasis, which protects me a little bit more. Just kidding. Rotate up, and I'm gonna fire this rocket and see if we can hit Yi. And I hit him, but he didn't die. So good aim, but unfortunately not enough damage, which is a shame. So then we just clear the wave in mid, and then we'll reset, get stasis, start working towards our next item, which at this point the enemy team has some armor, so now I'm gonna buy some armor penetration, then go from there. I see, so we got Baron in 45 seconds, and Elder is in a couple of minutes. And Master Yi is doing something funny here, it looks like. See if we can collapse on him. We got a bunch of people here and some pressure. And so now we got a fight breaking out, and I get hit and take a lot of damage, so I need to back off. Fire my rocket in there, and that worked out okay. Team was able to get the kill. I don't know if my rocket mattered, but I did put some damage on that. And now we're gonna put some pressure on their inhibitor turret. I'm almost dead. Yone can get me, can travel quite the distance, so I really don't want to be too close to that situation, or if Malphite ults, and even Yi. And so what I thought I would do, I honestly thought this was a mistake on their part, so I just start farming their jungle. I feel okay because Jhin is actually there too, and maybe the rest of my team is sort of making a mistake, but feel pretty good that I was able to farm their jungle, take that away from Master Yi, and now I'm just going to reset, get my health back, take a look at the map, and then see what we have going on, and able to get the blue buff, which is always nice, especially when team fights are happening with Jinx, because then you can fire as many rockets as you want. Sometimes you run out of mana when you don't have the blue buff on you, as Jinx, and the team fight goes kind of long.
Enemy turret destroyed.
And our wave was able to get the inhibitor turret, so that's probably a good decision by our team. And Thank you, Jin. See, this Jin understands that me getting fed at this point is more important than him, and for me to get gold is very important, so I appreciate that. And even if he is the better player late game, I think I've pretty much proven that I'm not going to do anything, make any terrible mistakes, and so really I'm just trying to get gold, farm up, and then I'll be able to make a few moves later on in the match, which there is one exciting part. So I will, shouldn't take too, actually it should be happening pretty soon, where what I'm going to do is show the power of Jinx, even in a game where maybe I'm a little bit lower skill level than them. But it really doesn't matter, because once Jinx gets fed or even has enough items and is equal in gold to the other team, it's really irrelevant because Jinx becomes so powerful. Here we're going to see if we can take Baron. Malphite ults in, and now we need to back off. They've all reset. We did not. We don't have our jungle. And Yone comes in, and so now we got a fight breaking out. And I was able to get an assist on that kill. And I hit Varus, and now here we go. So Varus overstepped. Fire a rocket. And let's see. Teemo is looking to take the other inhibitor turret. And we probably need to be careful here to make sure we don't get collapsed on.
Enemy turret destroyed.
So I don't want to go too far in. And I saw Teemo had all these bombs, so I thought I was okay. And then I flashed over the wall, and I put my choppers up. Malphite hits this, and now I'm kind of fighting for my life. And I hit that bomb, and I thought I was going to go over the wall towards the blue buff. Alas, I did not, and I died. And then somebody on our team does the classic, gotta surrender, and even though we're probably ahead here. And now we've got Jin just poking down Elder, and honestly I'm not the biggest fan of this move. He's probably done it before successfully, and actually if you look, he came in within a couple hundred damage of stealing, but now they get Elder, we go down, and what do we got to do? Not die and pray for a miracle, I guess. Really, okay, so in all reality, Teemo's got to clear that wave. We'd like to maybe win the next battle for Elder, and we need to get some vision on Baron to make sure they're not taking it, because they're on Baron. So I'm going to head that direction. We don't have Jhin, so we can't win a smite battle here. So really what we have to do is win a fight, which is a tough spot to be in. And Malphite oversteps and dies, so one kill. And here we go, the power of Jinx. So able to hit Yone, double kill, and fire a rocket. And now I see that they're in this push, so what I'm going to do is hit them with a slow, switch to rockets, get the slow off, and triple kill. So now I'm just trying to hold off Master Yi from resetting. I know that my team is going for Baron, but I really just want to make it so that he can't come back. Seraphim's here, I need to get out of there. And so that was what I was talking about at the beginning of the match, and I mentioned it a couple times. Really waiting for the opportunity with Jinx, and then jumping on it when it happens. So Malphite makes a mistake, and I'm able to get the kill. Yone has also overstepped. I'm able to get the kill there. And then we're able to get a third kill in that fight as well. And I did the same thing with Varus, where I got Varus and the 2 turrets, and that's what you should be doing. Have patience when you're Jinx or a late game carry. Wait for your opportunities, and then jump on them when they happen. You don't need to force things when champion is a late game, and really, that's going to apply across the board. Any champion, you have to wait for your opportunities. Even if you're somebody like a Draven, who is a very early game champion, you still need to wait for the right opportunity before kind of making a move. And then in this case, I knew we had the Baron buff and my team was putting pressure on. I wanted to reset to get Guardian just in case I went down, and I knew that I had enough time to reset, get Guardian, come back. We'd still have the Baron buff and help my team to put pressure on this on their base. And so Even though I have Guardian, Stasis, Flash, and Barrier, I still want to play cautious. I don't want to just waste all this. If I overstep, I could be in a really terrible spot. We got a lot of pressure on their base right now. They have almost no chance, and we win. What is the lesson here? When you are in a match that the other team has champions or multiple people that are probably better than you, don't do anything crazy. Your team also has those champions, and if you're a late game champ like Jinx is, then what you want to do is just wait for the opportunities, wait for the game to get late, and then capitalize on the opportunities that are given to you. You can actually see here, I beat Varus by a couple thousand gold. That is nothing fancy. In the case of being Jinx, though, I don't want to say that's kind of far ahead, but he kind of doesn't have a chance if we were to fight at the end of the game. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I see you on the Rift, and GG.